Stepping Putney was a nice place to live. Stepping Putney had a WI, a PTA, an AA and a neighbourhood watch scheme with close links to MI5, who in turn have ensured that Stepping Putney has won Best Kept Gardens in Britain 30 times in a row. All very nice. Ask anyone my age and we'll tell you, we don't like nice. Which is why, 3 weeks after moving to Stepping Putney, me and my brother decided to blow it up. Nice one, Noddy.
So where next?
It wasn't a long thought-out decision. Don't get me wrong, it just had to happen.
Stepford Wives type artificial normalcy, a building bit of metal guitar, a monologue and a teen girl decapitates an old man with a meat cleaver. I fucking love pineapple chunks. This inner city family is moving to suburbia. The family are the dad, a bear who resembles Onslow from Keeping Up Appearances, which you probably haven't seen, but that's not my fault. The mum, who's pretty much there and gets less there as the episode goes on. The kids, who are frankly two of the best teen characters in anything ever. She's a tomboyish Clint Eastwood obsessed when he's a cross-dressing glam rock fan named after the singer of Slade. And lastly, there's the granddad, a conspiracy-believing lunatic who off-screen probably hates pretty much every minority ever, but he still manages to be awesome. In the suburbs, they meet up with the Pritchards, who are, to varying degrees, fucking insane. The mum, Fenella, played by a woman who was once killed by sirens in Red Dwarf, acts like this.
There's always room for pineapple chunks.
Look, Fenella.
The son, Eustace, who looks like he's wandered off the pages of a Just William book, and Mr. Pritchard, who gets probably the stupidest death in the show's history. Now, on with the insane awesomeness. So the family have arrived in the suburbs and are welcomed by Mrs. Pritchard and Eustace. Luckily, the kids have the sanity to want them to fuck right off. Of course, Mrs. Pritchard is madder than a man who makes pancakes out of pubes, and so she gets into the house anyway. Then she explains a little too much for polite company.
You'll have to excuse him if he's a little quiet. He's just had his monthly enema.
At the same time, Noddy is listening to what sounds like a remix of the urban Gothic theme, while putting on a bra and looking at porn. Eustace arrives in the room and, of course, runs off with a magazine to show his mum that he's discovered the existence of naked ladies.
Look, Mum, fair ladies. Give up, you bastard!
I think it's time we were leaving.
You'll have to come again sometime. We're a bit up to our necks with it at the moment. Shall I give you a call about dinner?
I'm only sorry you had to see this. Children are so hard to control. Don't you find?
Nice one, son.
While I'm delighted to see such an accepting dad, I have to wonder how he would have reacted to his son's cross-dressing and spreading porn around the house if he hadn't managed to get rid of those two. So the Pritchards decide that Eustace must be punished, and the punishment involves adding an unnecessary sound of metal scraping on metal. Really, try lifting a knife up in the air and see if it makes a sound like that. So everyone gets set up for a meal over at the Pritchards. The parents get dressed up while the daughter burns her hair and the son looks at himself in the mirror while playing with his nipples. Have I mentioned how much I love these two? Because she's the lead character, the daughter ends up investigating the Pritchards' kitchen. And, oh yeah, not only is she one of the best teen characters ever, she probably has the best fashion sense of any teen girl character ever. Watch her outfits over the review and see for yourself. But, oh yeah, what's in the kitchen? Stacks of pineapple chunks. I love the things, but there's a fucking limit. It's like Teddy's covered in tomato soup. Then there's the obligatory bloody cleaver in the sink and green shit on the walls. I'm amazed the food came out so edible that her dad commented on how much he loves it.
This grub is top-notch, love.
Anyway, time for some interaction between me and you. She's seen the pineapple chunks, the shit on the walls, and the bloody cleaver, so how do you think Mrs. Pritchard will react to this? Remember, too, that the meat cleaver was used to punish her son.
Time's up!
We can all watch watch a Delia Smith video now as a special treat.
Well, she gets points for originality. Delia Smith is basically the British Martha Stewart, but without the jail time. And then we see the parents acting like a real couple, unlike pretty much every other couple seen in the entire series. They're going to arrange a barbecue for their old friends in the city, so of course Mrs. Pritchard comes to drag her to the local supermarket, Valuematic. This results in Mrs. Pritchard finally cementing her place as the best performance in the show, except for Keith Lee Castle as Rex.
There's always room for pineapple chunks.
Look, Fenella, I hate to tell you, but you're not invited to the barbecue.
I know. That's why you're not having a barbecue.
And then Valuematic reveals that it is an extra-dimensional gateway in its stockroom.
Don't want to say magic door.
So the daughter arrives home to discover that her mum has been taken over by the invasion of the suburbanite body snatchers.
Hi, Mum. Oh, Kylie, be a good girl and help Mum get ready for the cocktail party.
This, of course, leads to some hilariously bad day for night, the discovery of a severed foot in some Tupperware, and Noddy lying on his sister's bed fondling something girly. At least he's sitting comfortably when he sees the body part.
It's someone's foot.
It was in Pritchard's rubbish. I think they're eating a little more than tinned fruit.
So what are we going to do? I mean, it's someone's foot.
What else can we do? We're going to fight weird with weird.
Hello, Grandad.
Sod off.
Grandad, we need your help. We stumbled across a clique of cannibal brainwashers.
Are they Nazis?
Worse than that, they're suburbanites.
Right. I better furnish you with a plan. Back.
Of course, the grandfather immediately believes what's going on. Why is it that I think the second the camera's off, he's going to start into a long rant about illegal immigrant Polish Jewish gays coming into the country to infect his brain with AIDS, and how the only way to stop them is to vote for the British National Party? Using military precision, they do reconnaissance on their neighbours and their weird behaviour. Stuff like bird-eating, devil worship, and evil garden gnomes. Then, for some reason, maybe he's reacting to the reconnaissance, Mr. Pritchard tears out his son's tongue and feeds it to the teen's dad.
Phase 3. Infiltration.
Infiltration by way of OCD. Genius!
What's the matter?
Sorry, teen girl, I think you're brilliant, but really, what the fuck do you think the matter is? Your dad ate a tongue sandwich and you found a severed foot in their rubbish, and he's clearly missing body parts, and you found a bloody meat cleaver in their sink. Because this story needed an info dump, Mr. Pritchard has a train set in the attic showing a layout of the town, complete with the recordings of a man doing a Christopher Lee impression explaining exactly what's going on. I wonder if this is part of the group madness or if it's just the Pritchards. Anyway, Mr. Pritchard was a scientist who worked for the government on UFO cases and discovered alien DNA, and the government has been feeding it to the locals in tins of pineapple chunks. Don't think too hard about it, you'll feel better. This is, after all, the sort of thing where someone dies like this. So they get Eustace out of there, even though the OCD mother really should have spotted that he was missing, and I hate to wonder about this, but why didn't Eustace ever get the alien DNA? Maybe you have to be a certain age or something.
So, they're feeding us alien DNA through tin pineapples.
What else are they going to do? Give us a bees like they stung us?
And lol, sly dig at the X-Files. Anyway, Eustace can only be understood by Noddy.
What? Is something going on? We should come and have a look.
It's never explained, and I don't care. There's something I find very amusing about a boy dressed like he's from the 1950s being treated like he's Lassie. Anyway, both the parents have been taken over completely for some reason, and the granddad's arrived with a load of weapons that he was stockpiling for helter-skelter or something.
Fuck it. Time for phase 4.
What's phase 4?
All-out war.
I love it when the only logical conclusion of a story is to kill everyone. I mean, yeah, it might be more logical to call the police, but really, they're clearly in on it. No, everyone needs to die. But before that, it's time for makeovers!
What on earth have you done, boy?
It's called war paint.
Grandad clearly isn't as cool as Dad about Noddy's sense of style. And on with the killing.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
If it isn't the Queen bitch.
Be nice to everyone. Smile and the world smiles with you. Eat your children.
Right then.
Tiny love, don't fight us. It's much better this way. You can be just like us.
He wants to kill his mother bitch alien.
I see this as a broadly thematic piece warning the evil swarms of cosmic smurfs out there that we don't want to join them. We want to kill them. The episode ends with the gang standing by Mrs. Pritchard's head on a stake, talking about how they're going to wipe the alien scum from the face of every suburbs on the planet. Duke Nukem style. And I wouldn't have it any other way. This is one of the few stories where the lack of police is a very good thing. What do I think? I want a feature-length adaptation of this made with Stuart Gordon or Brian Usna right now, keeping the brilliant mixing of gender roles in the teens, the bizarre performances and everything. Make Jeffrey Combs play Mr. Pritchard, and take the time to make the few things that are shit better. This came damn close to Vampirology for me. I fucking love Pineapple Chunks. It's worth buying the entire series on DVD for.